ELI5 If both hydroelectrical and nuclear power plants generate electricity by spinning turbines. Why do nuclear power plants generate more power? Hydro plants have a relatively limited ceiling to their output based on the normal flow conditions of the river. You can't crank up a hydroelectric plant without also turning up the flow, which has consequences for your reservoir levels and the people downstream. A nuclear plant has no physical limitations on output. You can generate as much power as your reactors can reasonably accommodate, and you can always add more reactors. Hydroelectric plants are limited by the volume and speed of the water source. You just can't ram more water through the turbines than there is in the river. It's a physical limitation. Nuclear power plants have no such limitation. They can turn tremendous amounts of water into very high-pressure steam, and you can pretty much scale that up as much as you want by adding more reactors to the plant or building more powerful reactors. Not sure what you mean by more power, but there are several massive hydroelectric plants in the world and no comparably sized nuclear plants. For example, Three Gorges in China has 22,500 megawatts of electric output, and Itaipu in South America is 14,000 megawatts. Tokyo Electric Power Company's TEPCO Kashiwazaki Karawa plant in Japan is currently the world's largest nuclear power plant, with a net capacity of 7,965 megawatts. BTW. All three of these are massive plants. If you want to get more power out of a hydroelectric plant, you have to build a taller dam. If you want to get more power out of a nuclear plant, you build a bigger reactor with more nuclear fuel. And while that's not trivial, it's something you can do in one building instead of something that changes the map of an entire county. The fact that they both turn turbines shouldn't be the focus. To use an analogy, a pistol and a cannon both burn gunpowder to fire a projectile forward. But that commonality doesn't mean they generate the same amount of force. A 500 megawatts nuclear plant is only a tiny fraction more expensive than a 250 megawatts plant to build and operate. So it almost never makes sense to build a small one. With hydro plants, the amount of flowing water determines how big the plant will be. But it is not right to say they make less power. The Three Gorges Dam in China makes more power than a dozen nuclear plants. So you understand how turbine generators work, but can't figure out why one has a brighter light bulb. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.